Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever noticed how some royal moments seem to appear out of thin air? One minute, there's silence, and the next, an unexpected announcement from the Danish palace that leaves everyone asking, why didn't we know about this sooner? Well, tonight, we're diving into one of the most fascinating royal mysteries, why King Frederik and Queen Mary sometimes choose to keep things secret until the very last second. Part 1. The mystery behind the silence. Now, before we imagine secret corridors and hidden letters, let's clear something up. When the Danish royal family decides to keep something under wraps, it's not about drama or deception. It's about something much more real: privacy, protection, and timing. Frederik and Mary live their lives under an endless spotlight. Every small detail, a gesture, a word, even a necklace, can turn into tomorrow's headline. So, sometimes, the best way to control the story is to tell it only when they're ready. Part 2. Why they keep it private. There are 5 big reasons behind that royal silence. First, there's privacy, plain and simple. They're not just monarchs, they're parents. And like any family, they want moments that belong only to them, whether it's a child's milestone or a quiet personal decision. Second, security. You might be surprised how much planning goes into royal appearances, from crowd safety to travel routes. Announcing events too early can invite unnecessary risk, so sometimes, silence is the safest move. Third, protocol. Certain announcements, like a state visit or a title change, must align perfectly with government timing and official ceremonies. The palace can't speak until all sides are ready. Fourth, media management. Imagine the tabloids chasing every whisper of a story. If even one unconfirmed detail leaks, speculation spreads like wildfire. So, the palace has learned, better one well-timed truth than a dozen rumors. And finally, legal constraints. If an issue touches on investigations or sensitive matters, they simply can't speak until the facts are clear. Part 3. The Danish media storm. Now, to understand the full picture, we need to step outside the palace walls, into the world of the Danish press. Denmark's tabloid culture is fast, fierce, and competitive. Some of you might remember the 2014 Say Og Hor scandal, when journalists illegally accessed private payment data to track celebrities and even members of the royal family. That was a turning point. It showed how easily personal lives could be exposed, and it changed everything about how the royals communicate today. Since then, King Frederik and Queen Mary have learned that discretion isn't coldness, it's protection. Part 4. The small things that speak volumes. But here's the funny thing, even when they're silent, the world keeps talking. Take Queen Mary, for instance. When she appeared in public wearing a delicate pendant shaped like the letter F, the press instantly saw it as a message, F, for Frederik, a symbol of unity and strength. Was it planned? Maybe. Was it powerful? Absolutely. In royal life, even jewelry becomes a statement. Part 5. A pattern in history. If we look back, this pattern isn't new. When Frederik and Mary first met in Sydney back in 2000, they kept their romance almost entirely private. By the time the press caught wind of it, their relationship had already become something real and meaningful. And the same careful approach continued through their engagement, their children's births, and major family milestones. They've always shared their lives, but on their own terms. Part 6. What it really means. So, when you read a headline saying, kept secret until the last second, remember, it's rarely about drama or scandal. More often, it's about a royal family protecting the few moments they still get to call their own. In a world where cameras never sleep, King Frederik and Queen Mary are simply trying to live, not just as monarchs, but as human beings, finding the balance between duty and privacy. And maybe that's the real story here. Not the secrets themselves, but the reminder that even behind royal walls, there's a husband and wife trying to navigate love, leadership, and life, with dignity and a little bit of mystery. Because sometimes, the most graceful thing you can do, is say nothing at all. Until the very last second. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.